Okay, guys, we're going to look at systems today. We're going to look at, these are the systems that we're looking at. It's 9 of them. They're mechanical, structural. We have our structural systems, electrical and electronic. They're different. Optical, thermal, materials, biotechnology, and fluid. Now, we want to know, what are the core technologies? We want to know, what are the core technologies? What do they look like in a system? We're going to go in and we're going to examine each one of them. Yes, you can find the PowerPoint in the lesson. This is 3.1.1. Because they're always there, Sam. Mechanical technologies. When you look at your mechanical technologies, you're putting parts together. You want to transmit motion, such as on a bike, gears on a bicycle, windshield wipers, an engine, a sewing machine arm. These are examples of mechanical technologies. Now, after you finish your mechanical technologies, you want to look at your structural technologies. Your structural technologies are putting mechanical parts together. Structural technologies like putting together your chairs on the beach. I like that. Now, examples. You may look at the trusses on a bridge. You may look at the steel frame of a skyscraper. You may look at legs on a chair. Excuse me, guys. Quiet. Now, next is your electrical technology. Electrical is different from electronic. Your electrical technologies, you're producing, you're storing, you're transmitting, you're dealing with electrical energy, such as power to a microwave, to a hair dryer, a generator. Now, your electronic technology. Notice, no, that's electrical. Your electronic technology is different from your electrical technology. Your technology, you're using small amounts of electricity, such as with your cell phone. You're storing, retrieving, and processing, and communicating, such as you have your remote control for your different devices in your house. You have your cell phone. Now, after electronic is optical. What does optical mean? I think it has to do with light, right? You're using light. Excuse me, guys. Michaela is talking. Quiet. I'm listening. Okay. Excuse me. You're using light. Would optical technology be when you go in the grocery store and they're scanning your items? Or you go to a store and you buy something and they're scanning your items? That is a form of optical technology. They're processing, communicating. Lasers, laser surgery, telescopes, fiber optics. Our next technology is thermal. What does thermal? What do you think of when you hear thermal? Okay, heat. You're producing, storing, controlling. You're getting work from heat energy. One of the things that's really popular with heat is solar panels. Solar panels is popular. You have insulated clothing. That's one of the things that would be listed from our knowledge with outer space. Next, we go to materials. You're producing, you're altering materials. You're combining materials. Textiles is very big here in the South. It was. It's not as big as it was because a lot of things have been transferred outside of the U.S. You're using metal alloys. You're welding. This should be an easy unit. Our next. Now, biotechnology, you're using, adapting, and altering your organisms and biological processes. Cloning. What was the first animal that was cloned? Okay, Dolly the sheep. That would be biotechnology. You're genetically altering your food. Have you all seen the size of organic food compared to genetically altered food? Organic food is smaller. It's darker in color. More like if you're looking at a chicken breast, you're looking at yellowness. Food preservatives. What's wrong? Next is fluid technology. You're using fluid, whether it's gas or liquid, and you want to do transporting. Oh, I have to show you guys when I was using I'll have to show you all when we went to Caterpillar. And I was actually using my backhoe. We have pneumatic tools, which are gas operated, a hydraulic lift, which would be liquid operated, brake systems, which will be liquid operated. Those are the fluid technologies. How do we get the items to perform the way we want them to perform? Now, these are our core technologies. There were 9 of them. So when we look at our core technologies, it's a system or it's subsystems combined into other systems. You make larger systems and you extend human capabilities, not just of learning, but the capabilities of also doing more. Now, they're the building blocks of our technologies. We look at different subjects We can look at the knowledge we have. We can write additional books. We could do studies. And when we do these studies, we ourselves become more knowledgeable. Now, we want to see how core technologies look like. What do they look like if you're going to combine them in a system? Now, we have, first of all, the whole thing that we have set up. And first, we're going to look at the fluid technology. We're looking at structural technology and material technology. There's your structure. You have your fluid technology. You have your thermal technology. You have your electronic technology. So you're going to look at 4 different technologies when you look at your system of a rocket. Excuse me, guys? Now, let's look at the electronics. Your payload system, your guidance system. You're going to be sending information back down here on Earth, and they're going to be sending you signals on your guidance. Where do you go next? If you're orbiting the moon, if you're going to Mars. Your thermal system. That is going to include your fluids. How warm is it? You want to make sure it's well insulated so that they don't get overheated in there. Next, your fluid technology. You have an oxidizer, you have pumps, you have a nozzle. There's your fins. Your structural system. Structural technology combined with your material technology. What is the rocket made of? These are slightly different than what we use now most of the time, but the concept is the same. You're going to have lightweight metals so that you use less energy when you're going into outer space. Now, what we're going to do next, we're going to look at different systems. How do these systems build up? Which one is which? We want to let you identify systems. We've got a great video for doing that.